Hi, thanks for checking out my review for this Socoo inflatable air lounger. I've owned probably a half dozen of these little air loungers. I love them. I thought they were a gimmick at first and then I started using them. Super great for a wide variety of things. This brand actually changed up the design a little bit. It's the first time I've seen this particular design. I'll go over some of the changes that are good and some of the changes that I don't like quite as much. But first I want to talk about the quality of the bag. This is probably the highest quality bag that I've tested in the price range. I mean, there's some that are better, but they're $50, $60 more than this bag. What I mean by quality, I'm looking at the material. The material itself is really nice. It's more like a parachute material than the plastic or the PVC that a lot of them are. Also, the stitching is fantastic. So if you look in here, well, for one, all of them have this kind of like the center stitch so that you don't fall in the middle. This is a little higher up this way than the other ones, so it actually keeps you higher in the bag so that you don't sink down, and I really like that. This is also the only one that has the seam on the inside. So you can see there's nothing showing on the outside here. The seams are perfect, and the reason that that's important to me is that when the seams are on this side, they tend to fray a lot easier, and then eventually the seams come undone. So that's really nice. It does have the bags or the pockets over here on the side for your phones or whatever when you're chilling. I love the material. It's the most comfortable material of any of them that I've tried as well. It also has, like I said, a different design. So there's some real big pros and cons to this. The big thing is that it only has one opening. So I'll show you what I mean. Oh, also, really nice clip here. Don't get one that doesn't have this locking pin in it because you'll sit on it and all the work you do will come undone. So make sure it has a locking pin in it before you buy, if you don't get this one. Here, hold on one sec, sorry. Locking pin is too good. There it goes, all right. So you can see it's not super easy to undo, which is great. This has only one opening. So right here, that's how it spreads open. And the divider is actually in the middle. This is the divider to divide the two sides there, if I can focus. So that's the divider to divide the two sides. Most of them, every other one actually that I've seen, has had 4 of these bars, these ones here, and it's been manually separated. So by taking those out, they've been able to reduce the weight on this. I mean, it's not a ton, but it's enough that if you're packing stuff in, it's enough you'll notice the weight difference between the material and not having these as many bars. The downside is that it's harder to inflate without any air than some of the other ones. And there's 2 reasons for that. One is I think the design of it, where that separator is in the middle, and the other is that this opening is smaller than some of the other ones that I've had, so it captures less air. So you can definitely still do it without wind. It's just a little more difficult than some of the other ones that I have. And now that I deflated this, you can hear the winds picking up, so that's awesome. Overall, it's a really, really great bag if you know that you're going to have some wind. So for me, this will be my beach bag for sure, because you always have a little breeze at the beach. And like I said, by far the most comfortable material of any of the bags that I've tried. I have one other complaint, and that there's no place to stake this down. So when you get this inflated, it's a giant balloon, and it doesn't have a place to actually drive a stake through. Some of them will have some tags, some tags on this side here, down on that side, but there's nothing to do that. Which means that you need to either be sitting in it or make sure you have something heavy or your bag will blow away. Overall though, for the quality that you get for the price is really outstanding. So I'm really debating whether, 4 or 5, maybe 4, I'll probably call it 4.5. It's a little harder to inflate, but in every other way, it's a really, really great bag, and I'm super happy with it. To mention one other thing, and that is that there's no inner liner for these. The rest of them all have like a plastic bag on the inside. This one doesn't, and so by taking that out, they've actually been able to get it to be able to compact more. So it's easier to roll up. It's a lot smaller than the other ones of the same size length, like when it's inflated. This folds a lot smaller. I also did notice something super important. I can't believe I forgot to tell you. All of these bags leak a little bit of air when you're sitting on them. So after 20, 30 minutes, you might have to get up and kind of roll it a little bit. This bag leaks less than any of the other bags that I've tried within the price range. There's one I think that beats it, but again, that I think is an $80 or $100 bag. So within anywhere close to this price range, this one leaks less, which is an awesome thing if you want to hang out at the beach and not have to get up and tighten down the, you tighten the bars down a little bit, and that, you know, of course, makes the balloon a little bigger inside. So overall, like I said, very good product. Has some serious advantages over the other ones in its price range. The only disadvantage is the fact that it's a little bit harder to inflate. Still possible, just a little bit harder.